Oh, that dude, you know how much shit on the internet I lie about? I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I try not to lie about serious shit, but
Yeah. Why did you lie about being black?
I lie. Like I said, that's gonna go back into the thing where like I sometimes I just be lying. Like I had said,
You just lie
I
about
had
stupid shit for no reason, huh?
yeah, well, I had said the N, not the N word with a hard R, but I'm Mexican. Around here
Yeah,
in
yeah,
California, we say that. We be
yeah,
saying that
yeah.
shit. So I had said it, and then I was like, fuck it, I was like, yeah, I'm black, guys. Like, I don't know, bro. And I'm not gonna. You can listen to my voice right now and tell me if I'm lying. People are trying to look for me and shit online. Obviously, like if I was lying, I probably wouldn't be able to lie this good. So I'm telling you right now, this girl isn't a very good person. So she started hitting me. I'm not lying to you, dead ass. I'll look you dead in the eye and tell me. Girl started stalking me.
I'd like to introduce everybody to the Leaping Lemur. This guy is a LolCow content creator. He makes videos on these LolCows like Nova Online and Tofia Chu, and his commentary is very lackluster and desires a lot.
Going on, everyone? How are you doing today? My name is the Leaping Lemur, and welcome back to another video. Y'all, Daniel was released once again. It's like 1 minute Daniel's in and the next he's out, and just like that, things go back to their regularly scheduled program.
If you don't get that bullshit out of my face, bitch.
Like most people, the content creators I watch have personality, that they gotta be funny, they gotta bring something to the table. And in the locale space, I like to watch guys like Saturated Content, Kiwi Tapes, Smokey MCC, and I never really liked the Leaping Lemur's videos because he's not really an interesting person. He rehashes opinions from Twitter, gives vague, bland commentary, and gets most of his information from Kiwi Farms, and again, just copies their opinions. So to me, he's always been one of these guys that really doesn't make YouTube videos for the love of the game. He does this for the pure financial incentive and to make himself feel better about the fact that he's like 500 pounds. Now you're probably asking yourself, what am I rambling about? Well, this guy has been exposed for SAing his girlfriend after he got her drunk while she was not of age to drink. She was 19, Lemur was 21. He got this girl, Lily, aka Teeth Gums, to meet him at a hotel, and there he provided alcohol to an individual that was not of age, and he sexually assaulted her. After this incident occurred, Lily would go to Kiwi Farms to air out Leaping Lemur's personal life. She had an interview with this guy named Osama bin Laden, and we learned a lot about Lemur. Now, a lot of videos on YouTube right now, they're talking about Lemur's history and all this stuff, blah, 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 blah. They're talking about this instance of sexual assault, which is disgusting, but I'm not going to sit here and harp about that. What I want to do today is kind of like in that Mr. T Lexify video I dropped so long ago, I want to review these text messages because in these texts, there is some omega cringe. So let's just start here. And before we take a look at these texts, I do want to give a shout out to Osama bin Laden himself from Kiwi Farms. I want to give a shout out to Kiwi Farms. A lot of people use them for information and they never give the site its comeuppance. But without this forum, a lot of this LolCow history would not be documented. So shout out to those guys. So we got this interview going on from Osama and Lily. Osama is in the white text. He says, "You're fine. How did Lemur react to you being phone booked on Kiwi Farms? Did he not care or was he downplaying it?" And Lily says, "He got mad at me for not knowing what Kiwi Farms was." But then I was upset to a point where he started to understand, but still stated that I should have known what Kiwi Farms was. So this is the degenerate level of most of these YouTubers, right? As I said earlier, this guy emotionally abused this girl. They were very toxic, a situation going on, but you can just see the cracks in the relationship here where Leaping Lemur, Gilberto, got upset that his girlfriend didn't know what Kiwi Farms was. Miserable. Osama says, "Is Lemur Nova fat? How does Lemur feel about the KiwiTubers thread and a part of it being dedicated to him?" And Lily responds, "Yes, he told me he used to weigh 300 pounds and he recently lost some but now he's around 250. And as you can all see here, Gilberto is a big fella, okay? He's a big boy. He definitely ain't skipping no meals. There's a part of these texts where it's revealed that he spent like $70 at McDonald's, but my point is this. Some of these LolCow tubers are just projecting their insecurities onto individuals like Nova and Tofiachu in all of Gilberto's videos. He talks about how Nova is a butterball and Tofia's a fat piece of lard, but I mean, look at this. He's being exposed for being this fat, husky, plump bitch. You know, it's like the pot calling the kettle black, and it really just feels like some hardcore projection. He hates fat people because he's fat, and he hates himself. Here, Lily tells us how Lemur feels about the Kiwi Tubers thread having a part dedicated to him, and she says, he feels as though you guys are retards and don't step outside, and that's very ironic. I mean, this guy doesn't go outside either. He spends all day in his house making these videos about these LolCows, and now he's become one. So if the guys at Kiwi Farms are retards, well, he's a fat retard. Lily says, oh yes, he has the smell as if you don't wash between your fat stomach, and I'm actually going to show you a clip where Lily recounts her experience in the hotel with Lemur, and she describes his scent.
I actually heard that you said that his dick stunk.
That is true. That is true.
So like, okay, so like, what do you mean by stink? Like, do you mean like actually like I'm gonna gag, or do you mean like
No. Like I mean like to the point where I had to, like, I was next to him in bed, and like I had to cover my nose with my t-shirt and not look at him, and I was like holding my breath and kind of gagging to the point where it was like that. Like, if I'm being completely honest. And it smelled, it like, I'm going to describe it, but like, it's like if a fat person doesn't clean in between their like rolls, and like it just smells like cheese and mildew. Like, that's all I can really say.
Yeah, I mean, that looks like it checks out. I mean, look at this big blob motherfucker. He probably has some gamer stench emanating off him that could burn a fucking hole through his chair. And by the way, take a look at this epic fucking setup in his room and how dirty his room is. And this guy has the audacity to get on the internet and talk shit about, you know, fucking all these LolCows. I mean, dude, have some self-awareness. Now, these next few texts are pretty interesting because Lemur starts to talk trash about one of his podcast hosts, another LolCow YouTuber in the space named Chilla, okay, short for Chinchilla. It was Chinchilla and the Leaping Lemur, and I don't know why these guys are naming themselves after animals. I do know that Lemur was a furry, but I guess we got a fucking LolCow tuber zoo going on here. I don't understand this animal fixation with the names. But anyways, all you need to know is that Chinchilla is a popular LolCow tuber alongside Lemur, and Lemur is about to reveal some very sensitive information about the guy and talk shit about this guy who was supposed to be his friend. So Osama says, is Lemur an alcoholic? And Lily says, he drinks, but he told me that Chilla has a bad liver because he drinks so much. And the energy that I'm getting from this is like that one friend that shit talks everybody to the hose to look cool. That's not cool, Lemur. That's being a backstabbing bitch. Every time Chilla is live, he is batshit drunk. That's what Lemur tells me. Chilla texted us telling him to visit in West Virginia, a 5-hour drive, so we could party like rock stars, and Lemur made fun of him. I told him it wasn't nice to, but you know, his ego. And here we have some text from Lemur himself to Lily where he is talking more shit about Chilla. He says, Chilla wants me to go live with his ass. I told him, nah. First off, I'm drunk as fuck chilling. And second off, I want a nut to you tonight. So, you know, Lemur is just simping out for Lily. He wants to burst a wad to her tonight. Fuck Chilla. Fuck his liver. You know, Chilla's a beta, even though, you know, Lemur spends the same amount of time making videos and pandering to his online audience. This is just mind-blowing. And we have some more personal text from Lemur to Lily where he says, I'm not leaving your side, Lily. Fuck Kiwi tapes. Wow, this is a very, very brave stance right there, bro. He says, I had like 2 conversations with him. He's never helped me for shit and always copies me and other small channels. Fuck what anybody says. Damn, y'all. Leaping Lemur is a martyr for small LolCow YouTubers, man. This is, dude, I aspire to be a revolutionary, to care about this niche, small space of YouTube like Lemur, man. This is his fucking life, and you can tell that he's a loser. We get a very interesting text here. She says, I mean, when Lemur told me his backstory, all he did was compare himself to Nova and Tofia. Again, he hates himself for being fat. He sees some of his fat lard ass in these individuals, and that's why he targets them. And I just think it's bizarre that in real life, right, or when he's talking to people that are not affiliated with YouTube content creation, he is bringing up these niche internet locales. I mean, this is this guy's life and it's fucking pathetic. But it being his life, his community and YouTube being his life, covering these locales, it's so strange, this text here, because Osama says, now you have a community who welcomes you. And Lily says, well, it's really crazy because Lemur would talk shit about his own community and calls them stupid and says that all of them are cringe and he just feeds into it. And Osama says, interesting. And that is very interesting, Osama. That's actually more interesting than when you orchestrated 9/11, because this guy is obsessed with the locales. He's obsessed with making these videos. He's obsessed with trying to make money, but he doesn't give a fuck about his fans. He is the master manipulator, the ultimate abuser. He didn't care about Lily. He doesn't care about integrity towards content creation. He doesn't care about his fans. This guy is a psychopath that only cares about making some money and trying to fit his stinky small cock where it doesn't belong. Lily exposed some more DMs between her and Lemur, and I wasn't aware that Lemur was this big fucking baller. He's not like us wage cucks out here because he says, I have money. Skull face emoji. I have $3,000 in my savings. So just take the $100, babe. Just don't be thinking any motherfucker could take care of you like I could, giving you $100 and, being a fucking Bill Gates with $3,000, saved up. Do you understand me? I know Lemur is young. He's 21. So maybe $3,000 is a lot of money to him, but that is nothing. You're not going to save anybody, Superman, okay? You're not going to get your family out the hood. You're not going to save Lily with this one. Give it up. Lemur says, babe, me too. I have a stomach and man boobs. You know this. You've seen me with my shirt off, lol. So, here's this fat fucking chud admitting that he has titties. Now, I want you to take a look at this right here. This is very alarming. Text from Lemur and Lily. Lemur says, this is me to you. And Lily says, babe, no, that shit is not good to say. Apparently, this girl is from some kind of incest animation. We get a very interesting screenshot where the sociopath Lemur sends Lily, I guess, a video of a girl cheating on her boyfriend, and he says, on my life, this the kind of shit that would get you Whoa! Lemur's threatening to kill people. Damn, I didn't know he was cut like this. I thought he was just like a LolCow YouTuber, but apparently he's a fucking savage. Okay, he will murder you. Now, this screenshot right here, this is the nail in the coffin. This is all you need to know about this entire situation, that Gilberto knew that he was doing something wrong. He was 21. He was supplying alcohol to someone that was not of age. He committed sexual assault, and he says right here in this text to Lily, he says, I'm kind of worried too, brah, because you're like, quote unquote, underage. Lily says, what? And he says, what's the legal drinking age there? And she says, what do you mean? So this text right here just shows that Gilberto knew what he was doing was wrong. He's kind of worried, bruh. And, he had all the right in the world to be worried, because now look at where you found yourself. You should have trusted your gut instinct. God knows that motherfucking thing is hanging over your belt line. You got more brain in your gut instinct than you do upstairs because you're fat as fuck. Gotta see if you be watching the incest porn. Bro, if I called you sepsis, what would you do on the real? Well, if you called me stepsis, I'd probably call the fucking police and, expose you online like Lily did. So you got your answer. And of course, Lemur has dropped 2 videos trying to apologize for this entire scandal, but you can't apologize your way out of something like this. It's just simply not going to happen. And before I end this video, there are a few funny comments that I want to take a look at with you guys. So let's start here. If you stare at the LolCow abyss, the abyss stares back at you. And this is very true. The Leaping Lemur, he stayed in all these LolCow centric groups and stuff. He brought it to his own relationship. He got mad at Lily when she didn't know what Kiwi Farms was. This was always going to happen. You ain't leaping out of this one, homeboy. But I did find the situation to be a very strange instance. I mean, this motherfucker must have threw on that Sonichu medallion and just, never said anything to anybody, because this is a weird fall off. I had seen this guy's videos. I had watched a few of them. I'm not really too big into fucking Nova Online content. That's absolute brain slop, brain rot to the highest degree. But I never would have anticipated this, and it's a strange instance of a LolCow tuber becoming a LolCow, and there's no way to come back from a situation like this. So I guess at the end of the day, the message is be very wary of who you're watching online, because you never know who the fuck is making these videos. Anyways, my message to Lemur closing out this video is pretty simple. You have ruined everything you ever worked for because you're a fucking creep. You're a weirdo. You don't have any impulse control. You just do shit. You think you're a gangster and you look like this. It's over. Okay, maybe delete your channel, go get a fucking job, put the fries in the bag, and call it a day, because you can continue to post your videos, but you're only going to perpetrate a LolCow cycle that you're now caught in. You're caught in the Lemur vortex, okay? And the more you do, the more content you create, or the more things you say online, it's only going to be used against you, and rightfully so. You're a fucking weirdo. But anyways, let me know what you guys thought about this video in the comments below. This is a crazy situation, and I've seen a lot of people giving the historical analysis, but a lot of these people did not go over the text. And I thought that was a very vital aspect of this dissection of Lemur's character. Of course, he's a creep. Of course, he's a bad person. He did sexually assault Lily. He did provide alcohol to an individual that was not old enough. But past that, this is a narcissistic, manipulative, fucking caveman troglodyte. And I did want to talk about this. So until I see you guys in the next one, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell notifications, leave a comment, and I will catch you in the next one.
You can listen to my voice right now and tell me if I'm lying.
What we do here is go back.